Leviathan the Lost. But why now? After all this time.
Why, what now?
Oh, I'm not sure you'd believe me if I told you.
After all we've been through. I doubt there's anything that could surprise me at this point.
All right then. Rouse Joshua and meet me in the mess. We'll talk there. I see we're all here.
So, what is it this time?
I'm not sure yet. The letter delivered to my chambers omitted a few crucial details.
Do we know its provenance?
That was one of the details it omitted. But whoever the sender was, it seems the Dame held them in high enough regard to point them in our direction.
The Dame? Well, she's not one to waste our time. It must be important.
Important might be an understatement. If the letter is to be believed, Leviathan's dominant is in danger. And someone wants us to save him.
Leviathan?
So the Warden of Water has finally returned. What has it been? 100 years?
More. The Lost moniker dates back at least that long. Even our venerable lawsman would not have been so much as a glint in his father's eye when last the mighty serpent brought his crushing waves to bear upon the realm.
But why the gap? I know it can be a few years before a new dominant's born. But over a century?
Should the dominant of Water's bloodline have been severed somehow, it could have prevented a new dominant from awakening.
But if one has awakened now, he couldn't have chosen a worse time. Every nation in the realm has lost its dominant. If word gets out that there is still one to be had, they will stop at nothing to claim it for their own.
And the twins will be at war again, just when humanity most needs to come together. Did the letter say anything else?
Only that if I wish to know more, we must meet in person. And that the Veil can arrange a meeting.
If nothing else, you can be certain it ain't a trap.
Famous last words. I'm coming with you.
As am I.
Thank you. Both of you. And Otto?
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on things here. Didn't fancy coming anyway.
Thank you. I shall leave the Invincible in your capable hands.
Clive. Well,
I am.
Naturally. I shall. Truth is but a matter of... Alas. How may I help you today? Study it well, Clive. Very good.
To the Vale it is, then.
Looks like you've got thirst.
But enough talk.
How about we...
Fancy a peek behind the veil, my lord?
I'm looking
So, will your...
we're not here,
What you do with your time is up to you. Oh,
among other things.
look. I'm just the messenger. There's only so much.
Specifically.
A location. North of there, you'll find a tent. And the...
And that's all.
Actually, one thing.
Does anyone else think it's strange that this woman should prefer to keep to the outskirts of town?
What if she realizes the value of the information she's party to?
And the danger it puts her in.
Those things didn't fight like men.
The tent is where Layla said it would be. It's empty. A boat. No price. The embers are still warm.
So you're Sid.
I suppose I must be. Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Motes of Water.
The Motes of Water.
The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born. A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yes, that would be impossible, since the tribe famously...
Vanished. Was exterminated. Despite the best efforts of both church and state, though we've managed to keep that fact hidden from good Krieger's faithful.
Along with Leviathan.
That wave out there. What do you know of it?
The Surge. Only...
Since the two are connected.
So in other words, not that I'll hold it again. The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of moments before the waters were stayed.
And you want to...
Rescue him. You see, a little bird told me about a certain out, and ours is about as unruly as they get. For years, someone just like you.
What exactly did your dominant do to warrant this punishment?
What did he do? He committed but he deserves a better fate than the one my people...
As do we all. Very well. Something tells me, so we will do what we can. But first, you will tell us everything you know.
I can do better than I can show you. My people are wait...
Lead the way.
right. You might want to hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point. It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes. But don't take my word for it. Watch.
That was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Clive, the sky.
It's blue, but how is that possible?
You do know what a glamour is, don't you? Ours just happens to work both ways, and a good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day. And that concludes our little voyage. We're here. It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one. I hope you're up for a climb.
Finally.
What? The village isn't up here.
Of course.
Watch yourself, Sid. This path can be treacherous. If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
Thank you for the warning. And please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Shula, that I have no such aliases.
Is that so, Lord Margrace?
It's all the same to me. I was wondering when they'd pick up our scent.
Earlier you mentioned spells, yet I see you carry no crystals.
Since when did a bearer ever need crystals?
But then, where is your brand?
Waiting for me in Sombrek, if I ever get careless.
Then it's in for a long wait.
We're almost at the summit. From there, you'll have a better view of our home. Few have ever set eyes on what I'm about to show you. Just so you know.
This is not what I expected.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
It's been a long time since I saw the North looking so...
Alive.
I'm sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest. Our humble village is only a short way from here, if you'd care to accompany me. Let's get ourselves in front of a fire, and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
It's beautiful, Shula.
And we aim to keep it that way.
Are those stones glowing?
That's one of the cairns which maintain the glamour. Steer well clear.
If the surge was an act of rage,
One wonders what prompted it.
could we not have spared ourselves the mountain crossing by landing further north?
In clear view of the bay,
On evening time...
Does morning's light...
Open the gates! The tributary is home!
Outsiders? Well, I never. Look at the size of that.
All right now. You'll have to forgive my people their curiosity.
Then we are honored to be the
This is quite...
So do you believe me?
You've made it different, but how did your people chance to settle here, in the north? Until Drake's Horn fell, and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps that building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters. We can speak more inside. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Thank you. Well...
I'm sorry, but I don't like it. Outside...
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods? It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement.
And there's a lot to be said for that.
Not easy, no. Us and Wallius.
This man, Wallius.
That's right.
A baby.
Forgive me, but you said that would surely make him older.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age.
I'm sorry.
Wallius was the son of my... Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing my ancestors sought to put his power to other and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed...
Then it is not the surge that binds the child.
Yes.
Forgive me.
I'm not surprised. Which is why it might be better if I took show you exactly what he has to endure.
That is why we came.
Then let us be off. There's a road that leads north from the village.
Are you bound for the Wave tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread...
I have.
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case.
That's very kind.
The feeling's mute.
Should the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me.
Thank you.
Then I bid you good tide.
Our storehouse lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies, you may find what you need there. Though we will have to ask you for recompense, poor as we are.
Sid? You are Sid, aren't you? I wonder if you could...
With what
Oh, nothing too troublesome. Do you know my husband, Pavart? He's a craftsman, you see, and he's been fretting about running low on the flowers he... Perhaps, but it can't. Please, I know it sounds daft, but...
Which flowers?
The sweet little blue ones that grow around... We use them to dye our fabrics, so we're always... You don't need to go to the trouble of picking them yourself, though. Just speak to the field hands and ask them to share their harvest.
2 baskets.
I'm not arguing. The child must be...
Excuse me. I want Pavart's wife tasked me with collecting some.
Ah. Word wants you to... Go on, then. Give the old fool something to...
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't worry about it. An old fool, Pavart may be, but if you come bearing it...
Ah,
Thank you. Forgive my presumptuousness.
well.
It is. They really are beautiful.
Aren't they just? Though legend has it that when our people fled from Ash, and as they wandered high and low across the Twins, so when we finally put down roots here...
Well, that's 2 basketfuls. Time to visit Pavart. Your wife asked me to bring you...
Come out and...
Who? I'm sorry. It's just my husband can be a bit what with you being a swordsman like and him being the only smith.
The only reason he couldn't turn to me for help is because I admit I'm pretty much done with them now, though. But for the record, the tributary said that still. Here we are.
All right.
All right then.
You use them for dyeing, eh?
Aye. Crush the petal. We use it to stain the cloth for our tunics and...
As modes of water.
That's right. The pattern too was left by the Ceaseless Rill, it's called. Symbol. And no matter how that river has ebbed and flowed... I shall get back to work.
I will.
Yes? Till next time, then.
Where in the blue heavens has that girl got to?
Where in the blue heavens has that girl got to? Where in the blue heavens has that girl got to? Where in the blue heavens has that girl got to? have her hide when she gets back. Oh, sorry. If you're after something from the storehouse, it's a... She will have to... charge you for the...
I understand.
Saying that?
Right.
She's got her hands full with the inventory, you see. It should have been my daughter's job, really, but the heavens only...
If you'd like me to keep an eye out for her.
Oh, no. I couldn't ask that of an outsider. Could I?
Of course not.
I hope not. But I scoured the entire village for her and come up... Aye, that she is. Can't get her to sit still. Especially once she heard you lot were on your way. Oh, if she wanted to watch you arrive, she'd have made for the low gate where you first came in.
All right. Excuse me.
Little Ruka? She went out through the gate, not...
Out of the village? Alone?
Aye. She does it all the time. There's a path off to the left which leads down to the river. Nice little spot, that. And safe as you like, that's where she'll be.
Oh well. This must be the path.
They're not here either. It's you!
You must be Ruka.
You know my name? Can you lot read minds?
You left without telling him where you were.
But I went to look for you.
Well, now you found me.
All right, and on the way home, you can tell me all...
Thank you for bringing her home. And sorry for the trouble.
Oh, no.
Daddy, did you know that there are villages 10 times as big? Cities, they call them. And in these...
Oh! You can tell me all about the outside world later, sweet pea. Thanks for putting up with her questions. One of the big ones being, what are the people beyond...
Are we the only ones she's ever met?
That you are. A few of us might make the occasional trip to shore for supplies, but for the most part...
Yes. He built...
Well, they're made for fine foundations. That's one thing we don't have to worry about. Oh, it's everything else that's the problem. Medicines, metals for tool making, anything like that. We have to dress up as travelling
which explains...
Aye. And now Ruka's back. So please, do make good use of our store.
Thanks for bringing me daughter back. I don't grudge you looking for adventure, anyway. Now we've got the inventory done, I can attend to my own tasks. I will have to charge you.
Here you are. May it serve you well. Then I bid you good tide.
I think the tributary season knows outsiders.
How long do you think this bridge has been stuck?
At least as long as we have.
Reckon my steel's just as good as any.
Suddenly, there were curls everywhere I looked.
Did you hear that, girl?
There's a pair of ships just up ahead.
Ships? But are we not still leagues from the shore?
The quickest route to the surge is due east, past the second galley.
Shula, how did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an icon of water gets angry?
Really, brother, did you have to ask?
This trail only leads deeper into the forest. We should head back.
No, I still haven't mended the bridge. And I never bloody will let people on leave.
We won't find Wallius this way. The sea lies behind us. Tonberries. Foul creatures consumed by their hatred for everyone and everything.
Everything save sharp knives, it seems.
I can smell the sea.
It's not far now.
How will we reach the surge?
We'll follow the coastline north. There's a bridge that'll take us across to the Cape.
Might I inquire about the Ray of Light?
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea. While you surprise people.
You said before that the child is bound within... Surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip... There is a path down to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
All right. It won't be the first dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both...
But surely no one blames you for...
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to. Suffering you will soon. The forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons.
Does the light point the way to the child?
It does indeed.
Look at all the droplets of water suspended in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
It's not right.
No. It's not.
There. Up ahead. Down in the center. Follow me.
He's still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. And I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin. Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean?
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Wallis' icon?
I'd tell you you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the icon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence?
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control. But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight. Hush now. It's going to be all right.
Is it done?
I think so. I can feel the icon inside me. But something's wrong. He wasn't just afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
Venegi, but a formidable adversary nonetheless.
Oh, look. It has friends. Is everyone all right?
He seems calmer now.
You said Walius was frozen in time. But he knew we were here. How?
I don't know. He's never reacted to anything or anyone. Until now.
The child has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious...
It's not that. I wish there's more to this tale.
I see.
I'm sorry, Walius. So, part of Leviathan?
No.
Good. Because if you want to know the rest...
Of course.
Look there! And what are you two drawing?
Bastard things.
Yes? Flawless. A good tide to you.
No sign of the child.
No sign of the child.
To understand the spell which binds Walyas, you must first know who we are, and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity. This tapestry is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith, and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend, revealing how to make your very own Mother Crystal.
But that's impossible.
As they were soon to discover, aye, far too late. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant Walyas.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his icon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal, and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the Mother Crystals. So we know the seal source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the Dome of Light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the Surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now, there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way...
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people.
You have my...
Very well. We should... I fear time may no longer be a...
The Vare is not easy to find. We must first head north, and then west, deeper into the forest.
No sign of the child.
I can't.
Just...
Is everything...
Ah, you're the outsider. And this is Talor, one of my patients.
Nothing too serious.
I hope so.
But...
This affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. And my most powerful Antalgic, I'm starting to wonder if his condition... Shula said that you were here to help us.
I'd be happy to...
You can. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at something must have caused. The trouble is, Talor's too weak to speak and I can't leave his... So while you talk to Pavat, I'll pay his wife word or a quick...
Right.
Oh,
I do. Though not from the Forge. Fanit asked me to speak with you.
I see.
It's no trouble, really.
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see. Suppose he might have been a bit more...
When you say out and about...
Just round the village. Wanders over to Blazier's place most days. Maybe he knows something...
Maybe.
Greetings, stranger.
Your name is Blazier, is it not? Pavad tells me you're a friend of...
Zelda, Talor's never been ill a day in his life.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who asked me to look into his recent...
Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear it was like he was expecting something to happen? It was...
Well, that certainly does. And it might just be what Fanny is...
Ah, don't mention it.
Let's see what the healer makes of this.
I spoke with Werder, but she couldn't tell me.
Nothing conclusive. Blazier, the fisherman. He kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there on his way back.
The forest? Surely not.
But...
I can't say for sure. You may have encountered them during your time.
And you think they may have caused...
I do. At least, oh, I know it's a lot to ask, but would you go... There's an altar there. And if my feet... Please. I'll explain everything when you return, but time flows fast. I beg you, make haste.
Bastard things.
Oh, I never should have let him go alone.
Hail, stranger.
And once everyone left me in peace.
Before, we turned east at the shipwrecks to reach the coast. Now we must head in the opposite direction.
Left it is, then. If there's one thing I know about beastmen, is that they love to hide in the dark. What are they up to? Some sort of ritual. Sorry to disturb you.
You're finished.
A silver chain. I doubt the Tomberries made it. I did. Well, I'm still none.
Forgive me. This chain...
Worn by men of the faith.
To understand that, you need to understand they feed on hatred, and some say that if you render them an offering, some token of grief...
So you think someone's put a...
I can't say for sure, but given his fear of the forest and the presence of the...
Does Talor have any enemies in the village?
No, I believe... But there's more to the tale, you see. It's said that if you attempt to curse a soul that has returned to the...
You're saying he cursed?
In trying to curse another...
When my father was younger, he was one of the few permitted to venture beyond the wall. He told us that when he journeyed to Sanbreque, he'd wear that chain to disguise...
Did they ever catch him in his deception?
Not that he ever told me.
Come now. Let's not waste time speculating about...
All right.
Thank you.
Aye, and thanks for going to all this trouble. We call it an Adder Stone. It's a gatherer's charm. Reacts to certain... If you find anything, see that you bring it back to me.
I am, thank you.
Reckon my steel's just as good as any. A good tide to you.
bastard things. Oh, the thing.
Oh, I never should have let him go alone.
Hail, stranger. Are you a rider by any...
I am.
Oh, I can smell... And not just any stables. Something tells me you've never been... If I had a guess, I'd say your bird eats only the finest... Ambrosia.
Well, she's...
You're joking.
I have.
This, I've got to see...
I would if I could, but I doubt.
Me dad's got a boat. And it'd be perfect timing and all. He's prepared.
You would. All right, then.
He'll be in the storehouse on the other side of...
You one of the out?
I am. Shula.
I am.
She's asked to see my chocobo.
Or you could just say no.
Well, truth be told, I didn't take the idea seriously at first.
Well, if you're sure that's what you want. Still, they don't take the walk. I'll need you to bring us a mimic goat or two to keep her calm on the journey up.
And...
Oh, don't ask me. It's been years since I last brought a chocobo across...
Well, the man who made Ambrosia's tack lived in Martha's Rest, and so I suppose I'll go and...
I'll be sailing over to Northreach soon to pick up some supplies. While I do that, you collect your bill.
We've got a few rooms going spare now. You want a bed for the night? You speak to Martha.
I remember you.
She's very well.
Oh, don't thank me. Anyway.
I was hoping to purchase, and I thought you...
Oh, reckon I could do better than that. Just so happens.
Really?
Aye, you'd be doing me a favour taking a few... But just be on the lookout for wild birds, eh?
I will.
Oh, you're very welcome. And in times like these...
We certainly do. Northreach, then. Wouldn't want to keep Mander's father waiting.
And how might I help the garrison today?
Those things didn't fight like men.
Ah, there. And this must be...
I have the mimic or two.
Thank you kindly.
We're going to take a little trip across the bay now, Ambrosia. Well, we made it.
You did and all? She is so
as white as snow. You're beautiful, aren't you, girl?
Brave, too. She was calm as you like on the journey over. The mimic gourd will have played its part, of course, but passing through the walls enough to spook most birds even then. Not this one, though.
Ambrosia's been through a lot. I doubt...
Not with a beloved master.
No. It's you who looks after me, isn't it, girl?
Anyway, thanks for bringing her here. I hope I can breed a bird like her someday.
And if you and Ambrosia need ferrying back to North...
Thank you. But I...
I should have let him go alone. Take... You! Shula said you were a force to be reckoned with. Are you? Hey? Oh, I'm worried about a friend of mine. He went into the fort. Would you help me find...
I can try.
Of course. You know about the glamour our ancestors cast to keep this...
Shula told us about...
Right. So you know the cairns we use to maintain the spell? Well, it's me and my friend's job. If it weren't for the likes of us, it would have failed.
So your friend went into the forest to visit...
Aye. He said he was going down to... There are 2 cairns out that way, one by the banks of the Swift Run, and...
All right.
His name's Nassef. He's about my... If you could track him down and see that he's come to no harm, I'd be much obliged. I'll search...
Very well. One cairn by the ship. Another by the river. Better get moving. This is the mineral Pavar was talking about. The one that rings out like a bell. Well, here's the cairn. But no sign of... To the riverbank, then. Who have we here? I'm looking for a man named...
Aye, I know him. Takes care of the cairns. What do you want with the lad, eh?
Apparently he ventured out... Yes. You must know...
There's a bridge further down the path. Blasted. But if I remember rightly, there is a...
Maybe...
Don't mention it. I'll keep an eye out.
Let's hope so. Hold on! I'm the tributary's guest.
I am?
Your friend Katav asked me to look for you.
I was so focused on attuning the cairn, I didn't see those...
How exactly do they work?
Oh, there are crystals inside. Should the ether cease to flow through too many of them, our shroud would quickly unravel.
And an important job it is. But you're...
Yeah, the truth is, me and Katav usually work together, watching each other's backs like...
So you found him then?
Not before the local fauna did.
Expect you'll be wanting someone to escort you back to the village then, Nass.
When you're next in Haven, be sure to come and see us. You saved my life.
If you insist. What was this place?
An old settlement, we think. It was already long abandoned when my people arrived. Leviathan drowned it before it could be fully explored.
Ugh!
Yes? A good tide to you.
Bastard things.
I thought I'd lost you. But you saw. Thank you. Nasev told me everything.
Oh. What that matters is that far be it from me to tell you how to do your jobs, but...
Or if we have to, maybe we should think about casting. It'd take its toll, of course. But it'd beat letting the cairns fall and having to weave the in.
I'd rather not. We'd only succeed.
Your bearers?
That we are, thank the tides. The others can't attune to the
So?
We're forced to. No. From what I've heard of our people are few enough as it is. If we started turning on each other, kin against kin.
They would.
Anyway, all's well that ends well, eh?
My lord, may I speak? There is a matter with which I...
Of course, what is...
Please.
Something serious.
Yes. I was passing by the low gate when I saw a figure moving among the trees up... But the more I think about it...
Then you're sure it wasn't one of the other villagers?
Positive. Of course, it could just be my imagination. But if it is who I think it is, would you go and see? He won't...
Very well. Whether the man you saw is who you believe him to be or not, we need to know.
Perhaps. Just promise me that if...
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Yamila, this man you saw.
The customer?
I'll explain later.
If we pick too many of the flowers, there won't be enough.
A bottle. Breath of the Arbor.
Who's there? Stop! No! No! Hang on! I'm coming!
Don't eat me! I'll give you gut rot, I swear!
Stand back. I'll handle this. you all right?
I'm more than all right.
Maybe you should
Hervey! I knew it.
I came to see you.
Thank you for.
Who is he?
Hervey. One of
many clients. We spoke every night, and then you upped and.
I left you a note, didn't I? I told you, and I told you not.
The flame of your love was as a beat.
Hervey.
I was walking by the coast near Northreach when the next moment, she and her companions were jumping in a skiff and sailing out towards the way.
It must have been Shula bringing us here. So what? You rowed, found a nose.
And as I did, the skies changed. That was.
Oh, why did you come? I cannot leave my people, Hervey.
I'm to meet your family.
But first...
You should never have found this place. How could I be so careless?
Don't blame yourself. I doubt anything could have kept that man away.
Forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive. You two met at the Vale.
When I worked there, yes. To earn the coin that my people need to survive. And for that reason, some of us seek employment beyond the wall.
And so you supported your...
I did. And I have never regretted it. I also... But our love could never be. I knew that if I revealed my secret to it...
What will happen to him now?
Since our people settled in Messid...
I see.
That was before my time, you understand. Ymila, know that I do not blame you for any of this. This was my mistake.
Thank you, tributary.
I will take that into consideration. But yours is not the only voice I must listen to.
Of course. Come what may.
large gate up ahead, and beyond it, a cluster of ancient ruins. The temple, or the Heir of Hours as my people call it, can only be reached by passing through them. The forest is crawling with life, most of it hungry, which is why we make sure this gate stays shut.
And why you carry that impressive-looking axe, I presume.
Noticed her, have you?
The temple is up there.
Don't worry. Those cliffs aren't the only way to the top. Careful.
Are these the ruins?
Yes. As far as we can tell, they're part of the same complex as the temple itself.
To think of all the people who must once have lived here.
Those won't be friendly. That won't look
east. The rigging.
Like it isn't only Haven's blacksmith that has an appetite for these things.
These remind me of home.
You're from the north, then?
Yes. And no.
I see.
It's finished.
Do you see that cave? Whoever lived here carved a flight of stairs.
Away to the top.
And whatever it...
There.
And the Varys inside?
Yes. You can see...
What is it?
It's probably nothing.
Forgive me, but why build the Vare here?
The spell was originally meant to be cast on Drake's Eye, and this was the only place with an unbroken line of sight. The Tonberries like to think these ruins are their own.
They look none too pleased to see us.
While our numbers dwindle, theirs seem only to increase, as if they were feeding off our suffering.
Could this be their leader?
You're more than welcome to ask.
But could have been worse, I suppose.
Aye, well, if the forest's taught me anything, it's that there's always something worse.
Is that the nave?
Just inside the dome, yes. But it's what's out here that worries me.
Thinking they'd all migrated south.
The weaker ones did.
The weaker ones? Did you hear that, Sid? Frozen. Just like the surge.
Another of my ancestors' sins. Shall we? The blue veil shows the extent of the spell's reach.
But I can feel its ether from here.
Shula, wait. Before we cross the threshold, I'd like to know a little more about how these magics work. I assume we'll be safe from their influence.
We won't grind to a halt, if that's what you mean. The spell only affects the things that were present at the moment it was cast.
You see?
But if we can enter, that means other things can as well.
Like the ones we saw on the way here.
And worse, probably.
Is this Leviathan's doing?
Well, it certainly wasn't ours. When he realized my ancestors were attempting to cast a spell from here, he made to destroy the temple.
And almost did by the looks of it.
Why is it so cold in here?
this place must have been like before the attack?
This would have been a hall of worship. There was something similar in my father's keep. The priests would deliver their sermons from the dais.
Your father?
Just let us pass. It's all right. We'll get through this.
Nice try.
One last climb then.
By the Founder.
It's just as I thought.
Jill, does this ether not feel somehow?
Familiar, yes. I sensed it the moment we arrived, though I wasn't sure until now. You can feel it too, can't you, Clive? She's calling us.
You don't mean the witch?
I do. Though she was more than that. Much more. She was a dominant. A dominant who once commanded the icon that now resides in both me and Clive.
Of course. I don't know why I didn't see it. Who else would have the power to freeze time?
None other than Shiva herself. But for her ether to endure after all these years, it's almost as if... As if she shared it with another, just as Torgal shared in my ice.
Shiva's companion. Though something tells me he's not as friendly as us.
Our ancestors never warned us about this.
Wasn't left here for them. I doubt they even knew it existed.
It would sooner die than fail its mistress.
Then it leaves us no choice.
Let's not give it another chance.
Like this.
Now let's destroy it. And put an end to this.
Wait. The spell must be weakened, not undone.
Isn't that what we came here for?
Did you ever stop to wonder what might happen to the tidal surge if I unraveled the whole spell at once? I didn't think so. This is going to require a bit more finesse. From wind and light, water and earth, let the silent pall of mine ice. There's too much ether. Here. Let me help. Let us help. Almost.
Did it work?
I think so. The thread connecting this place to the child should be broken. Meaning Walyas should finally be...
Free once more. Leviathan, our most profaned fragment, its divinity defiled by the hand of man, its spirit shackled by his hubris, till Mythos came, bringing release. Now, let the sins of man be redeemed by the hand of the servant of God.
Damn it.
It's happening. Isn't it?
It is.
What is? What's going on?
Precisely what we feared. Leviathan is out of control.
No.
Don't despair. This isn't over yet. You should head back to the village. And get everyone to higher ground. As for the rest... the rest, Ifrit will handle. After 80 years of imprisonment, I'd be angry too. But I can't let it end like this, Walyas. It's time for you to come home.
go.
All right. I heard you the first time.
I'm not here to hurt you, Wallius!
Too close.
Enough!
Come on, then. No more hiding.
Wallius! This isn't what I wanted! I only hope you can forgive me.
nothing.
Stop this! I'm not here to play!
was quite a tantrum.
Clive! Where is he? Well, yes.
He's adorable.
He is now. But did you see him a few moments ago?
Clive, I don't know how to thank you.
It's all right. We should find him a dry blanket, though. Wouldn't want the little monster catching a cold.
There. He's finally asleep.
The poor thing had a long day.
That makes two of us. So,
Now?
How?
By providing Walia a place to learn and grow, so that one day, when the wound, he might decide for him. But until then...
Then he's a lucky... And not only because he'll have the best warrior this side of the belt. Shula. The empire that threatened your... Might it not be time to cast off your ancestors' glamour?
Perhaps. It's not as if... But are we truly safe? If I remember rightly, you and your...
We do.
Well, your people...
As will yours in the hideaway. If there's anything you need from us.
It's kind of... But we'll manage. Besides, I suspect you'll be needing...
I fear much of it is the best we can do is strive to turn what's left into
a noble. And there'll be a place in this world for all.
For everyone.
Then we shall be waiting.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Well, yes. Only time will tell. But I can certainly think of worse...
Up by the Vare, he called Leviathan and told me to redeem the sins...
Is that the sins of Walias's ancestors were grave indeed?
And to freeze him in time.
Yet I doubt either of those crimes. It was that the Icon's power had been put to him. Leviathan...
Could that be why Ultima made no attempt to fear that this...
Perhaps. Or perhaps he simply deemed Leviathan surplus to requirements. Having concluded that his vessel might be...
His purpose, there's no escape, even here. Hidden prison into which Walias was born. If the world doesn't change, he'll end up suffering the same
Then we must.
That we must.
And we shall.
It is good to have him back.
What is it you want? A good tide to you.
friend. I have news.
This is all we have. I'll be here.